Hey everybody, it is Mark Coons here with Coldwell Banker Horizon Realty, and this week we're looking at the July real estate market and where things were at. Interest rates have been the topic of discussion and really negative and causing. There's a lot of negative headlines at the moment, right now, just with affordability and inflation and all that type of thing. So we're going to look at the overall impact of the rate increases, what we're seeing in the real estate market. Right now, what we're seeing, we're going to get into it, and we're really going to focus in this video a little bit on the months of inventory, because we are starting to see those months of inventory start to creep up. Months of inventory is what we use to really dictate, are we in a buyer's market, are we in a balanced market, or are we in a seller's market? The last couple of years, we've been heavily into the seller's market with around a month of inventory. So if no months of inventory, how that's calculated is you take the active number of listings on the marketplace right now, and you divide it by the number of sales. And so we're going to use July, for instance, what it ended up with the amount of sales, and then also with the amount of active listings at the end of the month. And we're going to use those numbers and see how many months of inventory it would take to get that number to zero. So you divide those numbers, just so that's what's really telling you. So if no new homes came on the market and demand stayed the same, everything else was constant, then what would the months of inventory, how long would it take to get down to zero listings? And that's what the months of inventory will really tell you. Right now, we'll just jump right into it, but right now we are looking at single family homes. This is the overall market actually, and so we're going to look at each different segment and see which are apartments different than single family homes, and which one's hot, which one's not, which ones are adjusted, right? So just to make sense, because of whatever you're looking to do. So this is for the overall market, and I'm just going to change this. So that'd be single family, but we're just going to take a look here, and we're going to go over into the data. So you're going to notice here for the overall market, you got this graph here, you have that U shape, and that's obviously common. We saw a little spike there happen with the pandemic and everything like that, but now we are then it dropped down, and now we're back on the upward trend. So overall in the entire marketplace, we're about 8 months of inventory right now. Last month we're at 5.84. A month prior to that, in May, it was 3.27. For this year alone, the lowest amount was 1.58 back in February, and March was at 1.86. So that is roughly where the entire market was. So single family homes, strata units, everything, recreational properties, everything like that, that's where the market was at. At the 8%, or at the 8 months of inventory, we saw similar numbers in this back in September of 2018, so we're not necessarily, kind of crazy. In January, oftentimes we will see a higher amount, but this is historically a little bit low for what the time of year is. When we look and break it out into the single family homes, we're just going to pick the single family homes. We're going to take out duplexes and all that, just to see what the average home people are living in and looking to move into, how that's been impacted. You see the same U here, and so we're roughly, we're about at 10 months of inventory there at 10.05. It was where it at. So that's up 3 months from where it was in June, and up 6 months from where it was in May. So the single family home market has really been affected quite a bit with this rate increases. Obviously also comes with the price tags. The higher the price tag for the single family homes, the bigger the impact of the interest rates are on it. So if you do have a single family home, you're going to be more impacted on this one. Why you care about this is really competition. If you are looking to sell, this is really going to tell you kind of how many buyers are out there compared to how many listings are out there. And so it really kind of gets you into a position of competition. Last year at the same time, we're at 2.6. Throughout the summer last year, we're kind of 1.3, 1.8 range. And 1.72 back in February of this year. Move here over, and we're just going to go look. We'll go look at the townhouse market next. And as we see this U, same sort of U, this one is a little bit less. So the other one had kind of crept back up to where it was when the pandemic first started there. But we are looking at 5.42 months of inventory, so not too bad. We're in July of 2018, that's where the number was at. We've seen lots of months. So this number is a healthy one, more of a balanced market. Single family homes is more in a seller's market, in a buyer's market. Anything over about 6 months of inventory, we start to see it is then moving into the buyer's market. So we're at 5.42, kind of on that threshold, normally where we'd like to see it from the balanced market, but it is kind of in the balanced market range. Then we move over into the apartment side of things. So typically, we're starting for price point. Normally the entry point for the price points are going to be higher. Average home sales in July was for single family homes was 1,186,000, and now we're and 707,000 for townhouses, and the apartments was right around the $510,000 a month type of thing. So these are all included also in the weekly email that I do have. So if you are interested in it, sign up for the weekly email up below. There's a link there, and make sure you get updated so you'll get real estate content every week into your inbox there. No spam, just try to provide you as much value as possible. So feel free to sign up on the weekly email with a link below, or reach out. I can add you personally as well. So if you do want to get on that weekly email, reach out, shoot me an email, text, whatever works for you, and I'll make sure you get on that weekly email so you can get information like this every week. But now back to the task at hand here. So we're looking at the months of inventory for the apartments. Right now we're at 5.46% in July, up from 4 in June and 1.86 in May. So this market has been a little bit less impacted with the rate increases. Will also come with the price range that it's in. So that's really what we're looking at. It's overall everything's moving, so still within the balanced market, but it is moving